Green on. Hello everybody, it's me. The night right above me. We got 3 more pots coming at you guys. We're here again today. Alright, let's get into it. Like I said, we got 3 more pots. I'll see you guys over there in a second. Green off. Pulling this up. It's okay if it gets a little wobbly on that top. Don't freak out. Slow, calm, cool, and collected. Catch that clay. Then bring that down. You can see at the bottom it's wanting to tear. So I'm just going to go really slow. And I'm going to take my right hand. I'm going to try to find that area where it's falling or ripping. And so I'm going to slowly meet that clay down, right? Here we go. Right over to the bottom edge. Curl over. Right back up again. Sweet. Probably got one more pull up on this one. And then we'll go back down. Get it all nice and centered. It's not moving really wild, and then you start your pull, right? All right, so camera B. Camera B. There we go. So again, I'm right to this bottom edge here. I'm gonna bring my knuckle right on the inside there, right to the bottom. I'm starting to slowly move my finger up above my knuckle. You see that bump? Not moving, now I start the pull, right? All nice and slow, never too fast, right? I'm always looking for the physical indicators that the clay is ready to move, right? It's always like you're carving a path for irrigation. You're never just like forcing the water from the sky down to where it needs to be, right? The water's going to land where it's going to land, right? But if you can guide it and give it a path, right? That's kind of how I think about throwing. Yeah, we're mature here. That's so funny. Yeah, I mean, y'all, I've been posting so often this year, and so like you'd be surprised the sort of comments I get. It just doesn't affect me, right? Like I know what I'm doing. I know why I'm here. Like anything that's different from my path, or I just don't even see it. It's not even in my mind, right? It's like the same thing. If like you mess up or something, it's already in the past. You can't spend too much time thinking about the mess up. You got to just think about, okay, what can I do differently next, right? And that's how you grow, right? And so I think for a long time I was just doing that, and then all of a sudden I started getting better. All right, we're not going to do too much. We're actually going to keep that kind of up like that. I think that kind of looks pretty. It's almost like a flower blossom or something. I think like when people are really disciplined about something and they get to share that discipline to others, that's where like you can really learn a lot. Whether it's like you want to do the same exact thing, or I think sometimes just by seeing someone's discipline towards something, you learn something about yourself, because you can kind of look inward and be like, well, is that kind of what I want, right? Maybe not, right? But even though like watching that person go through their discipline, you still got to learn something about yourself, right? You learned that you didn't want to do that thing, or you learned that you did want to do that thing, or you learned, oh, well, maybe I got to think about what path that I want to go down. And so I think that's kind of a cool thing about it. I think it's kind of a cool thing, you get a body, right? Why not try to find some stuff out about it that you wouldn't have, that only you can understand, right? Or only you can sort of figure out, right? It's almost viewing your body as like a research project. Seems kind of weird, but for me it's pretty cool. Like I like to see, oh wow, my hair kind of gets a little bit like blonde towards the edges, maybe because it's getting sun bleached or something, right? Or oh wow, my beard hair, it gets really wiry and coily. I could stick pencils through it and it just stands still, right? And so it's gonna be kind of fun to see the results of that over a really, really long period of time. And then after that, I'll just go bald, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right. Making sure these are all kind of even there. Okay. Use one finger here. I kind of like the way that these blossoms look. I don't know how we like this one. I feel like there's potential there, but I don't think it's really doing anything too crazy. I think I got to do something with the top of this to really kind of have that bottom little bump and the top kind of linked together. We'll have it stick right out over this top. See how it kind of wraps around there? I think that's kind of interesting. I think I'm going to start with this one right here. I think that this one was one of the ones today where I really liked. I think this was the trend for today, is have it come out a little bit and then kind of cone back in right a little bit on that top rim. I think every single one of the pots today did that, and they all happened a little bit differently. The one right here, though, is a lot more standard. It looks really clean. It's a lot more organic. The one on the top, obviously, that one collapsed. I really think that one's kind of interesting. I like when the collapse and the rim start acting as a framing device for that interior spiral. I think that those pots are still really beautiful. And then I think the one on the end over here, like personally, I took one tangerine, I let the wheel wrap around itself here. And I thought that one looked really nice. And I also think that I went pretty wide on that top, and so it started collapsing just a little bit on one side, but it looks a little bit looser than, the one that's right here. And so those are some of the things I like about the pots today.